Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed and you are watching Jaggustudio YouTube channel. So today we are going to create this audio visualizer in Blender using geometry nodes. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Press Shift plus A and come to curve, add a circle, then come to object data properties and set the resolution to 64 for both preview and render. Then come to this geometry section and increase this extrude value to 0.04. Then come here to modifiers tab and add a solidify modifier to add some thickness on it. Keep it something like 0.46. Now add a bevel modifier, set the segments to 5 and increase the amount. I am setting it to 0.04. Now press G and Y, place it here, then again add another curve. Come to object data properties, same, set the resolution to 64 for both. Then come to this geometry section and under bevel increase this depth value. Now press G, Y and place it here also. Move them far away from your scene. Now add a plane. Now just open geometry node editor and add a new geometry node. Delete this group input and add a mesh line node. Plug it into this group output. Set the count to 50. Now add a transform geometry node and place it here. Set the X rotation value to 90. Now just add an instance on points node. Now come to outliner and drag and drop this curve here. After placing it here, take the geometry node section and plug it into this instance section of instance on points and set the rotation value to 90. Now come here to this mesh line node and play with this Z value. I am setting it to 0.07. Now add a map range node and a noise texture node. Plug the noise texture FAC value to this value section of map range node and plug this map range to this scale value. Now change the noise texture to 4D and come here to this map range node, set the 2 minimum value to 1.5 and set the 2 max value to -1.2. Now we need to add a separate geometry node in between these two nodes. Separate geometry node here. Now add a random value node, place it here and plug the value section into the selection section of separate geometry node. Set the data type to boolean instead of float and play with this probability value and plug it into the selection section. Now duplicate this instance on points node. Now bring this curve here as well and plug it here. Now come here to this map range node select the result and plug it into scale of this instance on points node as well. Now select this node and hold Ctrl and Shift. Now press right click and drag here to add a join geometry node here. Now come here to this separate geometry node and take the inverted section and plug it into this instance on points node. Now in order to animate it, just play with this W value of noise texture. Okay, so now come to this noise texture and come to this W value, press right click on it and select insert keyframe, or just press I on your keyboard, and then come here to this channel section and select this sound to samples, click on it. Now select a music from here. As you guys can see, it created a beat for us. So now in order to hear the music, just come here, click on this plus icon and add a new video editing workspace. Then come here, press shift plus A and add a sound. Select that sound from here. Adjust keyframe if you want to. Then come back to layout and now press play to hear the music. Now if you guys can see, it's too chaotic, it's too much. So to fix this, what we can do is come here and come to this modifier section. If you guys can't see this panel, just press N on your keyboard to bring this panel and come to this modifier section and add this modifier named envelope and click on this add control point. Now just play with these values to get what you want. You guys can see, increase this value to make it more chaotic and decrease this value if you want it to go slower. Okay, so 1.3 is working for me best. Okay, so now it's time for lighting and rendering section. So now I just press shift plus A and add a plane in your scene. Press R, Y and rotate it 90 degree. Scale it up and move it back. Then add a camera and press Control Alt plus O on your keyboard. I think I like this spot, so I am going with this. No. Okay, so that's cool. And now just focal length, and now just scale this plane to cover this whole area. Okay, so now come to this render properties and set the render engine to cycles. Set the device to GPU compute. Now just add a spotlight and place it here. Now just go into rendered mode, select this light and come to this light properties and set the power to around 10k. I am setting it to 10k. Now come here and play with the radius to get these soft shadows here in the corner. Now just come here to world data properties and add a environment texture. Click on this color icon and select environment texture. Now add a HDRI here. Go into rendered mode. Let me just bring down the strength value. Now we need to add materials on it, so now just select it. So now just select this object and come to our geometry node section here, and now add a set material node. Set material one here and shift to D to duplicate it, place another one here. Now come to this material properties, add two new materials. Set these color to what you guys want. I want this one to be a bluish color. This one can be black type. Then come here and select materials from here. Now go into rendered mode and we can add some emission value to it as well. Just select this color and set the strength to 1. Now come to compositing section, check use nodes and add a glare node here. Set it to bloom instead of streaks and come to layout section, go into rendered mode, then click on this icon and come here to this compositor section and click on always to preview the compositing as well. So now play with this strength value of your material, or you guys can set the color to red as well. Materials and set the color to red, as you guys can see. Now press play to see the animation with your come to layout. So yes, that's it for today's video. If you guys have learned something, make sure to hit the like button. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.